Global War 36 enthusiast here with Operation From Russia with Love. It is July 1937. We have some housekeeping. On the USSR 3.3 turn, Silk forgot to roll for Spanish Republican and Mongolian recruitment. We PBE'd it, and the Spanish Republican recruitment failed with a 10, and the Mongolian recruitment failed with a 12. On Japan 3.4, Panzer J forgot to roll for Siamese recruitment. We PBE'd it, and the Siamese recruitment failed on a roll of 8. Okay, so it is now turn 3.5, Commonwealth. It is July 1937. Commonwealth had 2 tech rolls. First, I rolled for radar at a 7 or higher. PBE generated a 10, so I succeeded and advanced to stage 2. Second, I tried for anti-submarine warfare at a 7 or higher. PBE generated a 9, so I succeeded and I advanced to stage 1. So I've got 3 stages of tech in, I believe, six rolls. So that's perfectly average. Let's rotate the camera down and we will roll over here for purchases. So Great Britain has 12 IPP. I will purchase 2 infantry for 6, an anti-aircraft artillery for 4, and I will upgrade a militia for 2. So that's 12. FEC has 7 to spend. I will purchase 1 anti-aircraft artillery for 4 and save. Wait, why do I have 4 there? No, and save 3. That's correct. Okay, and then ANZAC, I have 4 IPP to spend. I will also purchase an infantry for them and save 1 IPP, just so you can see advanced preview. For France, they have 12 IPP to spend. They will purchase 3 militia for 6 and save the 6 IPP. All right, no combat movement. Let's go to non-combat movement. Let's see here. We've got the Ottawa, but can we get Ottawa and Gibraltar? Yeah, we can just barely do that. Okay, so this air transport in Ottawa, pick up this infantry, fly to Gibraltar, and drop off that infantry in Gibraltar. And then up in C-Zone A35, I've got that coastal defense ship. It's going to move down here to A44 and go in port in Gibraltar. From London, 1 infantry and 1 anti-aircraft artillery will move from London over to southern England. From southern England, this naval transport that's in port will leave port. It'll pick up 2 infantry from southern England and move down to A44 and drop off the 2 infantry in Gibraltar. So as of this moment, I've got 4 infantry, a militia, a mountain, and an air transport in Gibraltar. Let's come down here to Gibraltar. I think at this point I might have to do the zoom out. All right, so now we've got the Mediterranean. From Gibraltar, I'm going to take out this battle cruiser and these 3 heavy cruisers. They'll all leave port from Gibraltar into M2 along with this light cruiser. And then they will all move over to C-Zone I5, where these French subs are, pass through the Suez, and then go in port here in Lower Suez. From Gibraltar, one naval transport will leave port, go into M2, pick up the 1 infantry that started there in Gibraltar, and move 1, 2, drop off the infantry in Lower Egypt, and go into port in Lower Egypt. From Sea Zone M8, the two light carriers, one of them has a tactical bomber, one of them has a fighter, this battleship, and 5 destroyers will all move over to Sea Zone A44 off the coast of Gibraltar. 5 of them. So that'll leave 1 of the destroyers behind. Let's see. Is there any other? Oh yeah, these 2 heavy cruisers that are in M8. From M8, 2 heavy cruisers, 1 light cruiser, and 1 destroyer. Those 4 remaining naval units will pass through the Suez and I-5 and go in port with these guys. From Sea Zone I-4, 1 light cruiser. It's the ANZAC light cruiser. Is that on camera? It is not. It's down here. So now I've got the ANZAC pieces. So this guy will come in, go into port there. From Sea Zone I-4, 1 light cruiser moves to Sea Zone I-5 and goes in port in Lower Suez. From Sea Zone I-4, 1 destroyer moves 1, 2, 3, 4 and goes in port in Gibraltar. From Sea Zone I-7, that's this guy right here. This naval transport is going to move down 1, 2, 3 down to Africa. Move this up so you can see this a little bit better. So it moves down here and it will go in port in South Africa. And then in southern India, I've got 3 infantry there, and they will move over to Calcutta. From Sea Zone I-12, this coastal sub will move 1 space to the west into I-7. From Calcutta, 1 naval transport leaves port into Sea Zone I-11, and then it's going to move over here down to Sea Zone P64 with strategic naval movement. 1, 2, 5. And then from Sydney, 1 infantry unit, or not, that guy's right here in Sydney. I think you can just barely see him. He's going to strategic rail up to Queensland. Okay, now we're on the place units phase. 1 artillery piece is going to get placed in Sydney. I think I don't have that on camera. That 1 artillery piece is in Sydney. And then over here in Calcutta, I'm going to place 1 anti-aircraft artillery. Then over here in Africa, that's where I'm going to upgrade the militia. In Western Egypt, it will get upgraded to an infantry. Down in Cape Town, we barely got that on camera, I will build 1 infantry. And then up in London, rotate that a little bit. In London, I will build an infantry and an anti-aircraft artillery. Okay. collect income. So Great Britain collects 12 again. They end the turn with 12. FEC collects 5. And I had 3 left over with them, so they end the turn with 8. ANZAC collects 3, and they had nothing saved, so they end the turn with 3. Now let's go on to France's turn, 3.6. I have to do a PPE for tech for France. I do not have it teed up, I forgot to do that, so we're just gonna roll and see what France gets. Am I doing advanced mechanized or am I at level 2? Nope, I'm only at level 1. So hopefully that's all. Yep, that looks good. Let's roll a die and see. Need a 7 or higher. 10. So that's 3 for 3 techs this turn. France is at stage 2 for advanced mechanized infantry. Purchases. France has 12 IPP to spend. Double check that if that was. Yep, France has 12. I'm purchasing 3. I think I already said that. 3 militia, and I have 6 that I'm saving. Movement. So I think what I'll do is move the. I might even be able to zoom in here. Of course, this is not working. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. All right, so I've got an infantry there in Aquitaine, or infantry here in southern France. 1 infantry from southern France will move to Aquitaine. That's what we're doing. And then from C-Zone M1, 1 naval transport is going to strategic naval move up to A21. So yeah, that looks like, well, it's not quite on camera. You can see I get 5 movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to A28, and then 1 more north to get to A21. That's the 5 movement. There's a port there in Normandy for me to make that a legal move. And then from M8 down here off the coast of northern Algeria, this Didier Dedax will pick up these 2 infantry and a Foreign Legion, move north 1, drop them off in southern France. And then I think I'm going to place the 3 militia into Alsace-Lorraine. So I already have 1 militia there. I'm going to add 3 more chips underneath this guy here. Okay, and then I collect 7 with France, and I ended with 6. So France ends the turn with 13 IPP. Let me double check and see if there's anything I've missed. No, that looks pretty good to me. So next up is a board gaming bro with turn 3.7, Italy.